coming up towards 8 a.m. here in the Sydney office, and a pretty good session overnight. I've now had a second triple day gain with the Dow up 255 points. Well, here it is over here, 254.71 to be precise, so that's just over 2.25%. The rest of the US indices are forming a little bit better, and the rest of the Americas following suit as well. So really pretty positive picture. The rest of Europe here really all pretty much in line, apart from London, which was down just slightly. In Asia yesterday, this was one of the things perhaps precipitated this flow of good positive news. We had the Nikkei up 0.61, the Hang Seng 1.44, and we're up 1.51%. So pretty good moves, 63 points here. We are actually looking for a similar open here on the futures, so we'll be back above 4,300, 58 points pointing up there. To our commodity space now, we can see that most of the energies, apart from natural gas and gasoline, were up. West Texas 87.27. Then for our soft commodities, picture's pretty much green, apart from a couple of reds here. Orange juice down 2.60, wheat down 0.25%, sugar down 1.09, lumber 0.17, oats down 1.03, and wool off 0.37. And then for rises there, the bigger movers were probably soy and canola and cocoa, and cotton there up 0.58, which we'll have a look at in a little while, because certainly that's looking pretty good. Copper just down 0.8%, to $4.95. Gold slid off a little bit here, 17.91.60, down 5.7 dollars, and silver at $40.60 is down 40 cents. Currency pairs are pretty much unchanged here, with the euro buying just 0.0001 cents less. The pound buying 1.64010. The yen buying 76.8590, and the US dollar rather. The Aussie buying 1.0655, and the US dollar buying 0.9767. This was Canadian, and 0.8156 Swiss francs. Let's have a look at the economic calendar here before we move on to the Falcon Trader. So we've got some US pending house sales numbers out, so we're getting fewer houses coming onto the market by the looks of things. 10.1 was the print, expectation was 13.6, and the prior was 17.3. It looks like there's less stock going onto the markets. Here we've got some Japanese jobless data out, retail sales. Give us a bit of a heads up on what the latest direction is there. Here we've got housing approvals, which will give us a clue as to where the housing industry is headed at the moment. Then we've got some Swiss consumption indicator numbers, some UK mortgage numbers, consumer credits, and Eurozone business climate indicator, and Canadian second quarter current account numbers. Take through the rest of the week, we've got some consumer confidence numbers out of the US, and as far as the US is concerned, the non-farms payrolls being the first Friday of the month. We can expect those out on Friday night. Okay, let's move on and have a look here at the Falcon Trader. Just before I do, we'll have a quick look at the Vector Vest and what that's been putting up here. Still the perennial favourite, Aluka Resources, coming up here again. The valuation on that $20.68, currently trading at closed trade at $16.51. And we've got a bit of a riser, recent riser I should say, up to number 2 position in Dragon Mining. So let's have a look at the chart there. It's a bit of an interesting one. Wouldn't necessarily be my first pick from a technical point of view, but yes, it's thrown up that nonetheless. So I'll have to go and have a look at what the technical and fundamental reasons are for that rising up in terms of value, safety, and timing. I've got a bit of a double bottom down here from what I can see, and yeah, just probably need that to break a little bit higher there, I would have thought, to break that downward trend line. So it'll be perhaps an interesting one to watch. Some of our other stocks, another gold stock that caught my eye yesterday is St Barbara. A little bit of a mixed picture. In fact, I was looking at it on some different charts, and it looked much more like a break of resistance to this high side here, but for reasons as yet unexplained, it doesn't quite look the same way on the Falcon charts here. So again, I think that's one to keep an eye on. And just to follow up on a couple of stocks here we've been talking about, I'm pretty happy with Caltex. Got in down around this $9 level here. Actually, it was actually before that big sell-off we had back on the 9th, and actually got out of that a little lower here yesterday, thinking that this area here would offer some consolidation or congestion, or just might plain stop. Having said that, didn't seem to want to do that yesterday and continued to chug higher. We are running into that dividend. I think it's a 17-cent one early next month. Another one that has been doing pretty well is GPT. I think I've talked a number of times about how some of the listed office property trusts are really due to catch up with the index there. They took a pummeling, as we all know, during the GFC because some of them were over leveraged. But now that we see that there's very few cranes on our cities' skylines and rent demand for office space, as we all become office workers, it seems to be going up. So very good, stable earnings there on GPT. I think it's paying something like 6-7% yield, and so that certainly paid off pretty nicely there. Just seeing what else we want to have a look at here. We had a look at Dragon Mining, had a look at St Barbara, Caltex, GPT. Let's just have a look at Iluka. Before we finish up. So it's starting to look like quite a pennant formation here. So potentially has the ability to break either way, but I think we'll work on the basis that it is going to keep pushing up on the back of this higher prices for titanium oxide, and the fact that the company has certainly been posting some pretty good numbers. Incidentally, just coming back to St Barbara, they did come out with some good numbers yesterday, and they've managed to increase gold production at their facilities there, I think by about 12%. So really should be pretty supportive of the price there. Having said that, it does seem to have been caught in a trading range for quite some time now. So we're really looking for a break of that resistance, just to pull that back up. That resistance around the $2.05 level. Okay, well, thanks as always for your attention. Hope you found that worthwhile, and until next time, bye for now.